Hey guys, welcome back to Clockwise Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Going to give you some alpha today. We've seen Bitcoin pump. Now we're seeing it pull back a little bit. When that pullback happens, now we are going to see altcoins really rip, and opportunity for people to get massive gains. Let's dive in to see what's going on here. We take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin shot up almost at 100K, okay, and pulled back, which is okay. Like I'm very okay with that. Bitcoin pulled back. We see it here real briefly looking at the charts. We see the pullback a little bit, and from 98.5, and if we look even we look at some other charts here, we just see a slight pullback. Okay, that's fair, that's fine. But what we need to pay attention to is what happens when that pullback happens. When that pullback occurs, typically we start seeing altcoins rip, and that's what we're seeing here. We see Ethereum pumping up. Ethereum on a massive tear upwards finally, and really we're starting to see altcoins really react, and that's typically the cycle, guys. That is the cycle from what we see. We still have that extreme greed meter as well, and this is going to be the time. What a time to be alive. What a time to be even able to have an opportunity to get in and experience markets like this. Okay, so looking at crypto bubbles, this kind of paints the picture even better. We see here for the day, and if we look at for the week, we see these altcoins starting to go crazy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the biggest sleeper wasn't even HBAR and XRP. I mean HBAR, XRP, ADA. The biggest sleeper to me was Stellar, because not too many people outside of us were talking about Stellar, XLM. Okay, not too many people were talking about that at all. Stellar rose from the ashes. 8 cents, literally went from about 8 cents to over 62 cents in not that long of a time. Okay, a month ago, let's say 2 weeks ago, it was at 8 cents. Now it's at 62 cents, guys. Crazy. So shout out to Stellar, Lumens. You guys know how we have much love for the project. Full disclaimer, we are a holder of XLM, just so no one thinks thinks we're doing anything crazy. But let's dive right into some articles here. I wanted to talk a little bit about some latest HBAR news, but also, we talked about alt season as well. Hope your bags are packed, because what's going to happen is alt season's here, and this is when we're going to see some crazy momentum, typically starting with the memes, then going into regular altcoins. Now, I'm just going off of what we've seen historically, because up until this point, everything that we've gone through historically has happened. So very, very bullish, very excited. But real quick, going to dive into some latest news on HBAR, which I became very, very bullish on HBAR because of this news that came out. Been bullish for a while, but when this came out, I am just like, oh my goodness. So breaking news here saying HBAR integration into Federal Reserve to expand partnership with XRP to enable RLUSD payments. After Hedera was successfully integrated into FedNow payment system of the U.S. Federal Reserve through DROP, there might be an expansion of the integration. Ripple USD, RLUSD, is a stablecoin cryptocurrency that aims to mirror the US dollar and is designed for quick and cheap payments. This further indicates an upcoming interoperability layer between HBAR and XRP, but also the previously reported collaboration on global standard for CBDC and stablecoin settlements. Big. This is all lining up to what we were saying, how, you got Ripple, you got HBAR, you have Cardano, and you have Hyperledger, all speaking to each other, working together. And one thing I saw about, we talk about these certain projects, all which were labeled dead by a ton of influencers online. I'm gonna just be real. All were labeled dead. Sell all your XRP. Meanwhile, they still hold an XRP, right? So they're okay, but you guys are taking their cues from them, telling you to sell. But either way, what we're seeing is governments and large institutions are picking projects that they believe in. They're picking projects because they trust them, because they've experienced, takeover attempts or hacks, and the system never failed. The system counteracted the attack, and the system operated as it should without being down or missing a beat. That's who these institutions are aligning with, and that's where everyone has an opportunity to when you're buying these tokens, you are buying the asset that fuels the ecosystem. When the ecosystem runs great, that asset, that token increases in value. It's not just a coin, guys. You're buying a part of the ecosystem that fuels the entire network, if that makes sense. So you talk about FedNow instant payments. There's a reason why these names are up here and not Ondo, not whatever, Pith or all these other platforms. There's a reason, because they trust them. They have the peer-reviewed research. They've done the homework. And though they may not be the sexy choice, they are making an impact and providing value at a large level. So definitely want to highlight that. Next article here, Cardano primed to continue surge as well as institutions accumulate ADA, says crypto analyst. Now there was I saw a thread on Twitter pretty much saying that nobody's voting on Cardano XRP and all that stuff, but we know that can't be further from the truth. And most of the time when you see that FUD or that negativity, most of the time those people have bags and they're trying to push the price down to get more to pack their bags. So we see here Martinez also knows key area support ADA needs to hold and maintain. But one thing I wanted to take a look at here is this chart. We take a look at this chart, we see the price potential for ADA. Okay. And, for us, of course, we said $5 to $7, right? And we could be well off because of the institutional money that we seen coming in, right? I could be off to the downside, which isn't a big deal. 5 to 7 and ends up going 8 to 11. Okay. That's good. That's a good problem to have, but definitely want to take a look at this based off, some TA and historicals. We're seeing here that based off of where the floor is and to the upside, we see that $6.31. This trader is calling for Cardano. Now, if it reaches 6.31 and you sell at 5, you're still taking profit. That is okay, right? It's better to take some off the table and be safe, and use that to buy Bitcoin, use that to pay off debt, use that to buy real estate, whatever you want to do, then the thing is going to 8, it pulls to 6, and you have to ride that pullback and go through the 4-year cycle again. So use some wisdom there. And definitely want to highlight this because it falls within our 5 to 7 prediction. But I think I'm always conservative with our targets. Like, where am I going to take profit? We're always conservative with where we're going to take profit. And we were able to cash out at $3 for Cardano before. We took some profit at $3, and we're going to pay very close attention to what Bitcoin's doing, because typically Bitcoin's going to move first, then all the altcoins are going to follow, and you have some time. Usually you have some time. It's not like you have 5 minutes to make it happen. You usually have a couple days to really make a move. So very excited to see this and look forward to seeing how this plays out. We'd love to see how this lines up. So as we look at Cardano Prime to continue surging, whales and institutions are accumulating Cardano, guys. This isn't a speculation. Whales and institutions are accumulating Cardano. Why are they accumulating Cardanos? Because they trust Cardano. That is why. Next article here, billionaire Warren Buffett pours $752 million into new assets after dumping Apple and Bank of America. Okay. So we see here he's dumping shares of Apple, dumping shares of Bank of America, dumping it into new assets. Now, I know he's spoken against not being into crypto. I would love to see if Buffett ever changed his tune on crypto, given what the U.S. is doing. I would love to see that, because Warren Buffett, he made his money in the old way, buying stocks. He made his money in that realm. So it doesn't really benefit him to encourage everyone else to start buying crypto, utilizing means that he didn't make his money. He already made his money. And that's what I don't get with people, well, Warren Buffett's not buying it. Warren Buffett's already a billionaire. He can afford to miss an opportunity. He's fine. Can you afford to miss an opportunity? That is the question, right? So the same thing with Mark Cuban. We talked about that before, right? When he was saying he'd rather have bananas than Bitcoin, he doesn't mess with that. Only for a year and a half, 2 years later, to say, yeah, I got Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? He can afford to miss the opportunity. He can afford to be late. Most of us can't afford to be late, and that's the frustrating part when you have billionaires like Warren Buffett who have the information. It's not like he has the info, but he's not financially incentivized for everyone else to achieve financial freedom a different way outside of buying his stock, buying the stocks that he's doing, that he's in, plays that benefit him. He's not incentivized for that, especially if he made his career utilizing the legacy system, right? So that is a key thing I want everyone to pay attention to. Think about who you're getting your advice from, sure, but also remember, they can afford to be wrong. Can you afford to be? What is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is your life stays the same. That's the worst. The best thing that can happen is your life's changed forever. With Warren Buffett, the worst thing that can happen is his life stays the same. The best thing that can happen is he makes more wealth. He's already wealthy. Right. So just picture that and think about that when you have I know today I had a friend today. He told his buddies about crypto. Nobody wants to be involved, right? That's okay. But the question is, can they afford to be wrong? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. The answer is no. I mean, can they afford to miss the opportunity? The answer is no. So definitely wanted to highlight that. Cardano, killing it. There are some gems coming out, guys. There are some gems that I expect to moon. Avalanche is one of them. Avalanche was another. Considered to be dead. Avalanche is one. There's a ton of others that pretty much. And I hate to say this, and most people aren't going to say this, but I'm gonna say it. It's almost as if you can buy any coin and make money. It's not. It may be how much. But all your coin has to do is just stay around. Like, that's all it has to do to make money. Like, I remember last bull run, I had Telcoin, right? Not too many people knew about Telcoin. Telcoin pretty much is, it was a cool project. I think they had a couple changes in leadership. They had a very young CEO and I was very bullish. I love the CEO. I love what he was standing for. And we see here, like, I got millions of tokens. It was under a penny. I just really loved the project and what they were trying to do, right? Shot up to 5 cents. Okay. Peak bull run. Whoa, shot up to 5. Right. Yeah. It shot up to 5 cents. This was back in 2021. Right. So this is the top type of, and all Telcoin had to do, it's not like they had any crazy initiatives roll out, and be honest with you, they didn't. You can send money utilizing your phone, right? And I think they had a couple leaders on the team who were, from the telecom industry, very experienced, right? Very experienced. And, Paul Nooner was still there. They had a CEO. They had another person who was CEO at the time, and Paul Nooner was was also on the team still, and they were just killing it. Like, when it comes to really sharing that vision, and then exploded. So I'm saying is, what I say all that to say, all you have to do really is stay around. It's hard to lose money. It's hard to lose money in a bull run. It's hard to lose money. Not impossible. You're gonna see those fly by night coins, but it's very hard to lose money in a bull market, guys. So I say that, and A lot of people aren't going to say that, and I get it. I might get some flack for it. But I've seen projects just like Altcoin, just stick around. Just stick around and kill it, crush it from a price action standpoint, right? Don't even know if they actually delivered a product or, you know, significant market impact. They just killed it from a price action standpoint. People made massive gains. It happens. And I think we're near that point where all you have to do is get some exposure. So I met somebody at Starbucks this morning with my wife, and I grew up with him, and he watches it. He knows the channel. And he says, man, I got a little bit of crypto. I'm like, bro, that's all you need. It's just some exposure. Can change your life forever. Can change your life forever. And that's the power of crypto. That's the power of the opportunity right in front of us. And no one's going to talk about that. The power of crypto is either your worst case scenario or your life stays the same. Best case scenario, your life changed forever. That's the opportunity right in front of you. So guys, I say that to just say, hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.